trying to serve your favorite social butterfly, and I'm out here getting my walk on. So I decided, pretty much, this week I need to get back focused on my health and wellness journey. Not saying it wasn't on my mind or that I didn't attempt to do good on some days as far as my eating or, nutrition. But I really wasn't getting a lot of physical activity in as much as I should have. So I said, you know what? It starts on Friday. So I started over. Um, it's okay to start over if you stopped. But every day I want to do something for myself. So I said, let's go find the playground so my grandbaby can swing. And we went to one park. They only had one swing for the little kids. So we came to another park. So she's swinging. I said, yeah, I want to get some more walking in before we go home. I was just walking in the grocery store. I went to the gym earlier. I wasn't there a long time, but I did get some work in on the treadmill. But I'm just going back to the basics of what I was doing when I first started my weight loss journey. Just doing whatever it took, pretty much. So I got me some things. I got me some food that, I'll have for the week, like my soups. And then I'll be making my cucumber salad, which I love. So I will have that. I forgot to get crackers though. So I'm going to get me a box of crackers. Uh, the kind I want, if I have to get the saltine crackers, like the basic kind, I try to get lightly salted. Um, or I get like the Ritz crackers. But I just take like a little bit, put some in a Ziploc bag, or just take one sleeve and then it can last me 2 days, 2 or 3 days, depending. Like I don't want to eat the whole pack, but it's just for me to have with my soup without actually having like bread. You know what I mean? So thank you for liking the video. What's up, Miles? Guess I can show my face. But yeah, I'm out here at the park again. So yesterday I went to Rex Mill. Not Rex Mill, Roswell Mill Park or whatever, and got to see the waterfall. So if you want to see some of that content, you can go to my live videos. If you want to check out Harvest Live, today's service was good. But I'm just making this video to continue to document my health and wellness journey, my weight loss journey, because people need to see this so they can be inspired. It doesn't matter what size you are or how old you are or how young you are. Everybody should get to moving, because just because you may be small don't mean you're healthy. Don't mean your, you know, um, heart is good. I always talk about my friend. He can outrun a lot of small people, you know, and, I've been watching my 600-pound life and I'm nowhere near as big as that. I'm like, this morning I was 281. I got to 279 a few days ago. So I always go back up 2-3 pounds, go back down. But I got my soups for the week. And like I said, I got my cucumbers and my tomatoes and my cucumber salad. So the goal is to do somewhat of a liquid diet, but not exactly. What's up, Amanda? Where y'all watching from? Thank y'all for double tapping. So I'm gonna say this. I made a decision to push my health and wellness consistently, more consistently than ever in my life in 2020. And I did lose, I think, let me see, 40, I lost about 60 pounds, um, close to 60 pounds. But then I gained like that 20 back, and you know how it go. But I want to get back to that place. And I can do it because if I did it before, I can do it again. But what did I want to say? So my channel is everywhere, My channel has videos of me singing. Because when I first made this channel, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this content and this video, so my channel's gonna like blow up, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get these 1,000 subscribers, and I didn't know you had to have all that view time. But now I know. So last year, I was going live hardcore. You know, DoorDash, it inspired me and so many others to just go live. And by me just going live, it increased my subscribers and just me posting more shorts. So some people say your channel need to have one niche or whatever. Really, I wanted my channel to be like a lifestyle channel, you know, do some arts and crafts, make jewelry, show my wellness journey, um, music, because that's all about me, you know. And even talking about the Lord and how He's blessed my life and all these stories. And then I tried to do, I did some, I guess you want to call podcasts or live streams where I talk about what's really going on. And Anna reads, where I read books, inserts from books from my author friends and people that I receive books from, you know, so that I can encourage people to read again. But anyway, I've tried different things. It's a possibility I may create another channel just for this health and wellness, but I don't know just yet. So y'all can let me know what y'all think. But you know, I thank all of you that have subscribed to my channel. I don't get on here all the time or as often as I should, but I'll probably, you know, start talking more. But yeah, the goal is to get active. You know, people, you know, the food that we eat now is so processed, and so you just gotta do the best you can to eat, you know, pretty decent. You know, everything's gonna be perfect. Like I bought canned soups. I bought the ones that had higher protein in them, like chicken noodle soup with, it's not like the little Campbell's, but more like the hearty kind. But the overall calories might be like 300 or 200 some calories. I didn't want to get the jumbo cans because they had like 3 cups in the can. But I want to say the cans I have is 2 cups or like 1.5 or something like that. Then I got like 2 smaller cans. One's like a pepper soup. But that's going to be my dinner along with the cucumber salad that I'm going to make. It's just cucumbers and tomatoes and some light Italian dressing or that creamy Italian dressing. And yeah, I bought enough to last the work week. I got some bananas. I may get some watermelon later this week, but as long as I can take something to work, I'm at a good start. And you know, whenever I'm done with that food, I don't plan on eating when I get home. I might drink some coconut water or some regular water, lemon water, or my hibiscus tea or my cinnamon tea. You know, something that's gonna make me full and I have to eat. Because when I, you know, don't eat heavy food late, the weight does come off. It's just I wasn't consistent. So I'm just on here to document and talk about my commitment to myself, which is to be active every day. You know, either it's going to be early in the morning. You know, I got resistance bands at home. I got a few weights at home. If I don't want to step outside, I can do some at home. You know, them days I go to work earlier, I probably won't push early in the morning unless the Lord just wake me up and do it. You know, if He has me get up at 6 o'clock, I can be active for 30 minutes at least. And then if I choose to run out like I'm doing now, you know, before it gets dark, then I'll do that. So, yeah, pretty much where I'm at. But yeah, my grandbaby, she is, well, she was in the swing. She's in the swing. my daughter and my grandbaby. So the crazy thing is, I don't know why these folks got these playgrounds with one little toddler swing, and it be people out here with these kids, and you gotta wait in line just to use that one swing. Like, at least put four of them out, three or four for the babies, so they have something to do. She really enjoys it. So I said, yeah, man, I'm trying to get her to walk in. And I didn't want to walk in my apartments, but I did say I was going to drive through and pray on the grounds. Y'all, I did want to talk about the spirit of suicide, uh, murder-suicide. It's been very rampant, especially in Clayton County, Georgia. The hotter it gets, the madder people get, the more short-tempered people. People got short tempers and all that stuff, and it ain't nothing but the work of the enemy. Number one, to take people out. But yeah, some dude pretty much killed his girlfriend and then barricaded himself yesterday. Well, killed himself last night. And then someone jumped off a bridge, I think about a week ago. And it's just a lot going on, y'all. And you got to pray for your areas. I think we're coming upon Mental Health Awareness Month and Suicide Awareness Month. It's coming soon. I don't remember what month it is. But I said I got to pray. And so I encourage you to pray where you are. It's if you're the type of person that like to argue all the time and always got to have the last word, this ain't the season to be having the last word. This ain't the season to be irritating folks and agitating people, because people are walking around like ticking time bombs. So people are on the edge, So if you're that type of person that run your mouth all the time, you might want to just humble yourself, because people have a way of humbling you up out of here. So please, let the Holy Spirit guide you, because it's crazy. And we just getting in the summer, the things that's going on with the economy, and people having to get deported, or just bad things happening with people losing jobs. Like I said, people are on edge, and then it doesn't help when you have someone agitating you. So, like I said, just do your best to be humble. Pray for people. Pray for your surroundings. Pray God protect your children when they, gone. They just had a shootout at the skate zone, like last Wednesday or whatever, or the Wednesday before, and a 14-year-old got shot. And then there were small kids there, like real small kids. And I'm not saying like everything's bad, but these are things that's in my area. And I can only imagine what's going on an hour away or 30 minutes away. You feel me? But like, I'm not walking in fear or nothing, but I'm just aware. It's okay to be aware of what's going on in your area. So yeah, just when you're riding through your neighborhood, walking through your neighborhood, just pray. Speak the word over your area. There's a lot of territorial spirits out here. Principalities and things like that over certain areas. You ever go to one city or one little town and then go to another, and you could just feel like a heavy demonic presence. I mean, I don't call myself religious, but I am a discerner of spirits. So listen, just, walk in humility. You know what I'm saying? And, it's crazy. But then on top of that, the dude, I guess, tried to make it look like, he tried to hide the fact that he killed her, or whatever case is, tried to burn the apartment up. And the fire department put it out, allegedly, supposedly. That's what I heard. And from the news report. And he took off, But that's putting other people in danger too, by you set an apartment off. So just be watchful, like watch your areas, where you live, things like that. But anyways, make sure you get active. Even if you can't move much, move your arms. Like, you don't have to have weights. You can use cans, you can use bottles, use your body weight, your own weight. So I feel good about myself. And I'm like, oh God, it's going to be a long week, or Lord, it seems like it's going to take forever. All these thoughts come into my mind, like, here we go, we're starting over again. But I'm going to take it one day at a time and document what I'm doing. I appreciate y'all. Let me know where y'all watching from. Are y'all from Georgia? Who watching me? This park been here for a long time. It used to be like gravel here. I was concerned about my shoes. These ain't the shoes I normally walk in. But I see they got this is it called mulch or something? It's pretty comfortable. I'm just glad it's not that gravel. Because the other park we was gonna go to, they had like rocks and gravel and stuff. But yeah, I can't wait. My birthday's coming up. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. And then we got an award show to go to. So I want to look my best at this award show. I ain't gonna cap. We wearing black. We wore all white last year, so I ain't wearing white. Not wearing white again. But I might have some white with the black, but we're gonna try to go for the all black and gold. Gold is not my color, but gold is cool though. I just got a new silver chain recently. My boy got it for me, but I ain't picked it up yet, so I guess I won't wear it to the award show since he's talking about we wear gold. But I'm gonna have to see if I can find my chain. I gave my son one of my chains. It's just costume jewelry, but it look fly though, for real. So yeah, I'm trying to look fly, you know what I'm saying? Another reason why I want silver, because my hair is silver. So if I don't dye it black, or if I put some black in and leave a little silver out, it still look okay with the gold, but I be wanting to match. But yeah, the message at church was pretty much talking about, I think 7 spirits you encounter and trying to hinder your progress and things like that. I can't remember everything verbatim, but there are spirits out here that is sent to hinder you and distract you from your purpose and what you're supposed to be doing. And you just got to get back to your why. Me binge watching that 600-pound life. I don't say binge, but watching, once you watch one video, it goes into another. It just had me looking like, wow, this lady went from 600 something pounds to smaller than me. And they still look big. I guess TV make you look big. But I'm like, in weight though, she done got lower than me. And I was like, if she can do it, surely I can do it. If these people weighing 540 pounds and could lose 100, 200 pounds, or lose 100 pounds in 2-3 months, I'm like, what was wrong with me? And Dr. Now just be going in on these folks when they be having all these excuses. It's like, the hardest part is like I can go to the gym or want to go, but the longer I wait to go and allow other things to stop me, I don't be wanting to go anymore. Or if I get inside, I gotta prep myself and coach myself so that when I get inside, I do something. There was times I'd pull up to the gym and cry because physically I didn't want to go in. But I'm like, I know I gotta go in. I didn't want to go in. And then I'm like, man, I don't want to go home today without doing something else. Let me do this so this can help me while I sleep. I know I'm be tired, but it's okay though. It's gonna be all right because this is helping me. I don't know what my heart rate is right now, but I know my heart rate gets up in like the 140s and 150s when I can barely talk, and I'm moving. I'm sweating. So I'll get that heart monitor eventually so I can really get into that zone too, where I know I'm burning calories. But before I even knew about that stuff, this was still benefiting me. So I just pray that, if you're looking to do better for yourself, do it. Don't worry too far into the future. Just start with today. The world lets us know, take no thought for tomorrow, even though that's what we do. But, I'm planning, like, okay, I got enough soup for 5 days this week. And pretty much it's my dinner because I don't usually eat lunch early at work. So if I take my soup and my cucumber salad, I'm be straight. If I can stick with that, then I'm gonna bag me up some of my Honey Nut Cheerios or Bran Flakes in a little snack bag. So when I feel like I gotta have something sweet, I just eat the dry cereal, And I got green tea. It's a light bug. I got green tea. What else? Hibiscus. This lemon ginger tea. Like, I'm straight. So I feel pretty good. I don't know how many times I just walked around, but it's getting dark. So you coming, Lele? All right, let's go. So is it still you, Miles and Amanda, watching me? Who on here? So yeah, I told my friend, I said, I'm gonna keep looking at my pictures and I may just get some printed out. Even if they just black and white. I might make a collage so I can see, remind myself where I came from, remind myself when the weight gain started, and remind myself when I had some victories in the recent years. Because really, since 2020, I've been battling this, but it's been some trials and errors. So I know what works for the most part. I'm still experimenting on some things, trying to learn my body and how I react to certain things, like what causes inflammation, what doesn't. But I'm going to get it together. But in the midst of me getting myself together, I pray that I'm encouraging you to check yourself, because you do not need to be in bondage. Don't let food be your God. Don't let that be your comfort. I understand why it feels good to eat some good pizza, lasagna, or some tacos, or some soul food, whatever your thing is. But it's not worth your life, man. It's sad when some of the people on my 600-pound life were dying, They were dying because they didn't want to put the plate away. Yeah, this is me. This is me. So yeah, this is me. And I don't think nobody says snatched anymore, but I don't want to be snatched by nobody. But yeah, you're gonna see me transform. They got my sister on the FaceTime. she ain't gotta lose weight. She part where she was supposed to. Girl, don't matter. We part we want. It's sad we gotta run, chase, or swing because it's one swing. But yeah, anyway. Ooh, I just lifted my leg up crazy. No, I'm on YouTube. Hello. Anyways, I'm walking to the truck. But anyway, I thank God for the ability, like my friend was saying, if you got the legs, you need to move. I was thinking the same thing, to be honest. When I was looking at my 600-pound life, I said, these folks stuck in the bed. Girl, I did. Child. There's some people on my 600-pound life that couldn't even get out of bed. I said, that's plumb ridiculous. And it makes me look at myself. Even Dr. Now is convicting me. Like, I ought to just call this dude. Call Dr. Now. Schedule me a face-to-face. Like, look, dude, thank you so much for what you do for these people, because even though I'm not that big and I'm able to work and do things, I get tired too sometimes. I get discouraged sometimes. I understand. But I thank him for doing that because it inspires me. So if I got to watch them videos every day just to make my behind come out here and do what I got to do, jog in place, I got to go back to the basics, y'all. So we know what to do. We just don't do it. or we don't be consistent with it. So it's time to embrace you, embrace who God has created you to be, embrace you in the present so that you can work on yourself, you know what I'm saying? And hold on to faith to stay fit. You feel me? Embrace you, faith, and fitness. All right. Peace out.